With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. He will return this from deep in the end zone and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Right to the air is Burrow. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Burrow on play action. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. You can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. Timing's crucial when you're out doing it. But when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Hill. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into how you get ready for the next game. Equally as important when you have a short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in
Jackson at 3-7 now in the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they'll be tough to beat this one.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens first down as he'll take this down to the 44-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Jackson on first down. That's caught. It throws. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Dobbins is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Dobbins once more. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. Really nicely run job.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six.
Wrong button, That was actually wrong button.
The defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
And Dobbins is going to pick up a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 40.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 31 in the first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll go with Hill here on first down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's second and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he plucked it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing. Like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And this one is no good. He missed it.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here we go. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and a yard. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Now they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards. Now Burrow changing the look. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. First and goal. Now a give left side. Brown with it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now. When you're throwing it to the fullback, just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Jackson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now Lamar changing the play. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bengals.
Again, open partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Hit him with the trick play, coach. Time to put some points on.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 4. It's now
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
the 32-yard line.
Here's Jackson off the play fake. And now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Right there, baby.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Control the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Looking deep here for Chase. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 84 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Dusty in here.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot... And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Battle, and he brings it back out to right around the 26-yard line. They go play action with Burrow. Steps away to his left. He finds his man Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into fourth down.
A 24-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. In motion comes the tight end left. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Again, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now Lamar changing the look. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
10 more yards.
Beckham will go in motion right.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. Hill will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets pulled down this drive.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
At the 39-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that one caught downfield by Burrow. And way in for the Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 61 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Take it to the house.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
16 yards.
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Running right, here's Brown. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They run over center with Mitchell. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First down, here's Mitchell. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. On second down, Jackson. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And quickly they get to the line. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Flowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll try again. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call it favorite running play. Let's get this one in.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Yo, don't kneel it, yo. Don't kneel, don't kneel, don't kneel, don't kneel, don't kneel. You ain't got to kneel, yo. We can play this shit out.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another.
You can go ahead, do your thing.
With 1:55 remaining.
We got this. Keep it going, keep it going, take it to him. Now, boy, fellas.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 11. 11 MT. 11.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something we're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Jackson on first down. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got it. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That will shave a bit out of the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total. But they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one